We're looking to take the 2575. It's long, 22575. This is right in the area where the J and K period initiative buying occurred. There was some passive orders here in the 25s. So we want to, take these 2575s. Well, we didn't get filled on the 27s, but that's our target for the first contract. Look at this lack of volume. Nothing. Look at this. 212700075. What happened there? We just got our fill at 27. Our stop is 2 points below us at 2375. Our target on this trade, we're going to set it at 10 points above our entry at 3575. Well, if we would have had our usual approach that we implemented in January, we would have gotten stopped out at 2575. Having our stop 2 points below 2575 at 2375 protected us on the retest in this cross trade here from where we were just a few minutes ago, where we actually picked up our contract in this retest, which resembles the previous few minutes earlier pretty well. So we're going to stick with our trade. You can see him hit the bid, hit the ask now, all the green side activity. Now we need to keep that going and start to get up toward the K and J period highs and then past the point of control, past the mean of the day. Well, they're starting to hit the ask. Now we need this to continue. See a little bit of cross trade up here. Hopefully that's not enough to keep us back from the point of control. This is the second time we're going to be trading up near the point of control. It's important this time that we break through it. Well, we took the market down to the 26s, 25s, or 26s while we were doing some typing. And we didn't have our trailing stop in place because we didn't get to our 6-point target before we could implement it. Our entry was 2575. The high of the move was only 3050. We would have went up another point. Our trailing stop would have been activated, and we would have got stopped out of the market. I believe it would have been close. So our stop is still 2 points below our entry, and once we hit that 6-point threshold at 3275, then we'll put our trailing stop in at 6 points below that. Now our target's at 3575. That's only a couple points above where we would initiate our trailing stop, but that's okay. I'll probably let the video run also, since we're early in its recording life. If we do get out of this trade, it'll be the last trade for the day, but I'd be curious to see where the market closes. If in fact it does close in the upper cluster where we talked about earlier in the 37s. I wouldn't be surprised that that's the area where this market's headed to. We'll see. We are moving our target up higher. We're going to cancel the 35.75s and see if we can't get up to that 37 area where we had talked about. We also now have activated our implementing stop strategy. So from 34 minus 6, our stop strategy is 28. That's our trailing stop. Our stop is at 28. That's our trailing stop. We'll see if that strategy gets us out prematurely or gets us out in a good manner. There was cross trade up at the 3350.75 area that was evident up here, but we didn't act on it, trying to keep our target. We're not quite halfway through the end period, so this could be a false rotation back down, get the weak longs out. We'll see if we get stopped out here. 2850 is our stop. 2850. The 34 area that we stopped before we retrace back down at the 1539 column, which is just a couple minutes ago. You can trace that back to the E period that broke below the C period, and you'll see that 34 was the area that the E period broke under, then the F period made a lower low, the H period, the I period made the final low. So if you were looking for an area to trade for a couple points and trying to still keep in your mind the fact that your target is up above the point of control toward the 37 volume cluster, 3738, you could offset there, reverse, sell, take a few points, rebuy, and keep your target at 37. That's quite a master at trading if you could do that. Well, our comments proved right there. This is refreshing to see I actually did something that's correct today. making up for some of the errors of the last 2 days. This is encouraging. This is probably the most encouraging Snippets production I've made thus far. To actually see that retracement back down in the end period for what it was, a fake. And I think we're going to get our 37.50 target. We are right at the initial target that we set, 35.75. So we need a couple more points to get to the new target I set up at 37.50. Keep the video running since this is our last production for a little bit. So we ended up with a nice balanced market today, even though we have a negative delta of 25,000 thus far. Getting close. I don't like that cross trade building. 37.25. We're going to take the 37s out of here. 37s. That 2-1-100 contract spoofed us to wait to the 37.75s. So we're out at 37. All right. We almost got our 37.50, but I think we used reasonable observation to get out at 37. All right. That's good. That's the best trade I've made. That was 37 minus 25.75. It was an 11.25 point trade plus the 1.25 on the first contract gave us a 12.5 point trade. That's good, real good. That's a nice way to end the week after such a disaster the other day and mediocre trading yesterday. We got up as high as 37.50 so far in this end period move. I'm going to pause the video here. We're out. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to run this video anymore. We're going to produce this video, the snippet, and I'm going to get ready to go out to dinner tonight. And privately, I have something more to celebrate than just the dinner. Signing off. See you Monday at the Open.